Hello, today I am going to be making a beaded barrette, and I'm going to show you how I do it. First I'm just drawing a little pattern. I had some ideas here and I ended up choosing this sort of geometric diamond shape one. I'm going to put these little glass domes in the center where you see those big circles in my design, and so I'm just painting them white on the other side with just acrylic paint, because I'm going to be putting it on this black felt background, and I don't like the look of the clear beads as much on the black as I do against white, so I just painted the back of them white. I took this little metal piece and I cut off some ends. It used to be an earring, so I'm just taking this diamond glaze and I'm going to coat the ends of it where it was sharp so that there's no sharp ends left in my design to cut any of the threads or the beads or anything. Or your hand, that would be bad too. So while that dries, I'm just starting on these little glass domes. I've glued one of them down into the center, and now I'm just putting some black beads around it. Usually what I do is I'll glue down a centerpiece and then bead around it like a cabochon bead, and then just kind of keep surrounding it with beads until the beads are kind of holding it on. Usually 2 layers is enough for me, just a little extra security. And then I'm gluing down the metal piece and also the other little glass dome, and then I'm going to bead around those as well. Now for the metal piece, I've decided to do a couple of like strands of beads to wrap around the outside edge like you see. And then for the glass dome, I'm going to do basically the same thing as I did on the other one. Now I'm just going to fill in the space between these two focal points. Some lighter beads. And then I'm putting some darker beads above the metal bit on the other side. Now I'm sort of lengthening the lines of beading just to fill out where I want the outside of the beaded piece to be, sort of following the little chalk lines that I made earlier. And now I'm just filling in with some smaller seed beads, as you see on the left, just to fill in the extra space. Once I'm done, I cut out all around the felt as close to the edge as I can without cutting any of the threads, and then trace it onto some faux leather and cut that out as well. Now I'm going to take my barrette and I'm gluing it down onto the back of the leather, and then also stitching it down, because that just gives it an extra layer of security. I never like to just glue anything down. I don't think it's great when your barrette pops off the backing. And now I'm just going to sandwich those 2 pieces together with glue and stitch around the outside with sort of a lace edge. And this will just hold the 2 sides together and create a very nice, attractive edge. Now, I've put pins in place where I want each of the little dangle drops to be, just so I can space them properly, and I'm just stringing all of my beads onto my string and then going back through almost all of the beads and then back into the spot where my thread came out, so that it's a nice vertical dangle. Now the crystals on the end were not sitting quite straight. You might be able to see it a little bit there, but I decided to just use my resin again and glue the last bead onto the second to last bead to just sort of make it sit straight like you see now.